Good day, class. Today, um, our class is going to be on white side of alchemy symbol, which is the north. And I'm going to break it down today, as y'all see. North is on the top of the medicine wheel. So today, again, I'm going to break it down. But before I break it down, I want to read a quote to y'all by Nikola Tesla that was written a while back during his time. And it says that the day science begins to study non physical phenomena, it will make more progress in 1 decade than all the previous centuries of its existence. Well, that's basically what we are going to teach you all about is non-existence phenomena. And on the white side of it, we have a lot of things that I want to talk about because on the white side of alchemy, it says, the direction is north direction. And that is the direction of our creator or source or heavenly father, whatever you call it. That's the direction of it, and this is the word on the north side is where it starts our prayer. And, it goes, to our source first, and then it goes around, which you go north, you go straight down south is Mother Earth. So as above, so below, we're connected like that. So, but a question was asked one time, why do we have to start at north, go to east, go to south, and go to west? Well, if you look at it, everything goes around clockwise. The Fibonacci sequence going clockwise. And that's the way, and as I will explain later, what the importance of going the Fibonacci sequence of going energy moving clockwise compared to energy moving counterclockwise. So again, north is to our father. And the, to the north, we look at it many ways. In the native side, the Hopi say the North Pole is the blue kachina. Blue kachina being blue is because north alchemy symbology, the symbol of north is an upside down triangle, which is water. Water is the northern part of the North Pole. And the Hopis, again, has their blue kachina at the North Pole. And go again to the North Pole, water is, moves by motion. And I will get into that motion, how it affects us. So north is also energy. Energy is where we, you know, teach ourselves to what builds our energy up. How do we raise our energy where we can do it? Our willpower, our self empowerment, which I will go into it later. But I'm just kind of breaking north down right now. Also, north is cedar. Cedar is our herbal medicine. Cedar you can use as cleansing. You can use it as a medicinal medicine, and you can even use it as a cosmetic medicine. But all these things I'm gonna tell you about the medicinal medicine, all that. Please consult with your physician or your doctor or whatever before you try it because you know I'm native. I'm not a physician. I don't know about your physical body, but only you yourself know it. I was taught about this stuff and it worked on me. So what works on me may not work on you. But so that's why I appreciate if you would check before you try any of this. Also, again, north is fire. fire is energy. And I'm going to use that as a last because it really, really goes a lot with it. I'm going to tell you a lot about your self-empowerment, your willpower, and how do you raise it up and all this kind of stuff. Because my next video is going to be on the modalities. How do I use it to raise my vibration? I mean, my energy. There's a difference between energy and vibration, but how do I motivate myself? To do what I need to get done. So going again back into our origin, you know, of the white side of alchemy. Again, that's the north, which is where the creator, father, source, whatever you call it is. When we start our prayers, when I start my prayers, I start from the north. Then I go to the east. But north is the place where I start. North is basically, again, where I call upon my creator, father, source, who I start connecting with. And I say my prayers to call upon him to see or to tell him what I am here to do as a vessel. And either it's to heal, to cleanse, for protection, whatever I want to do, I call upon him for any of that. And so north starts my prayer. Even in the Psalms, when I sing a song, my first stanza is going to be from the north. It's going to come from the north, identifying the creator, calling upon him to either help heal, to cleanse this person, to do protection on this person. So I call upon north quite a bit the first time around, because north again is our a source of contact, where we contact our source, And again, when we look at north, we look at as native, we look at it as the blue kachina. Blue kachina, why is it blue? Well, water is blue. Why is it water? Water carries motion. Motion carries out. Your emotion carries out. And if you look at the North Pole, look at the energy, the ley line energy that comes out of the North Pole goes out. So, it's supposed to go out, go all the way down to Earth, go down south, where it's counterclockwise. Counterclockwise brings it back in and it shoots it back up because counterclockwise, again, south is, the picture of it is fire. But fire down south is more Mother Earth. Ground yourself because when you ground yourself, anyway, we'll get into that later on. Fire, water, emotion. You know, that's how it rotates. It's rotating also clockwise, right to left. Right to left is where it's turning. The reason why you want north to go right to left is because when you have your energy and you're going real strong with your energy is all you're motivated to do what you have the willpower, you have the motivation to get that. Whatever you want to get done, your energy is boom going out. And that's why it's going clockwise. When your energy goes out like that, your light goes out. And a lot of people that want to follow or seeking, once they see your light, they get attracted to you. They get attracted to you. And you'll attract a lot of people with your light. And this is where we go in about self-empowerment also. So again, I will hit that later on. With your emotion, you got to keep your emotion positive. You know, positive speaking, positive thinking, positive action. I know sometimes it's hard when we get challenges. When we get challenges, we just, but if you're constantly working on your energy to be motivated with your self-empowerment and all that, you'll be you'll be strong as it can be. And by me saying how strong can you get, man, I've I've seen people do 1,000 push-ups and then want to do more. You know, I can, you know, I can tell myself, I'm gonna carry that log, I'm gonna carry that log, put that log on my shoulder, walk with it without any problem. No weight, nothing. I can walk with it. But to get to that point, I will talk about your fire, your energy now, your 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 energy, your motivation, and your willpower. How do you work with this? And your self empowerment. Well, your motivation. What motivates you? What motivates you? To I would say to do something. And a lot of people, you know, look at me and says, "Well, I don't know what motivates me." Well, one thing I know motivates a lot of people. You know, that is money. When you go out, and I know I've given this analogy plenty of times, and I use it many different ways. You know, a guy comes up to the stadium and says, "Who wants this dollar?" All these kids ran up to the stage, says, "I want it, I want it, I want it." Except that one little kid, remember, came up, walked up the guy and grabbed it and said, "No, that's the person who wants it." Well, the kids want the dollar. We want something, but until we get motivated to figure out how we're going to get it, that's the motivational part. What will motivate me to get that? What will, like, you know, when I was going through my training, as a medicine man, what used to motivate me was, first of all, when I first started, I just wanted to get that part of the class over with. If I could just do it, I can get it over with and go on to the next class. So what I would do is, even though they repeatedly pounding on me to teach this, to learn how to do this, the modality, got to learn to do this, and constantly repeating over me. And I get, after a while, you get tired of hearing it. But once I started living it and practicing it, and that what they're trying to teach me came to me to say, the light came on. I said, that's my motivation. I want to get that light on so I can move on up. And a lot of things that I was taught, I could do a lot of things, but I don't want to, you know, show what I can do, because that's to me more like, I can do it. Can you do it? Yeah. No, I'm not going to be that way. If I do it, and if I can teach somebody to do it, I know each and every one of you can do exactly what I can do, even better. You can get better than I can. Always make a goal to be better than your teacher. And I will do my best to teach you all that way, to make you better. But I sent you all a video on the Emerald Tablet. If you just listen to the first preface of that, one of the things that it says is that you have got to practice reading or listen over and over and over again, even if it takes 100 times, until you really open up yourself, is when it'll come to you. And that's basically what this whole class is about, is to let you understand that that magic is you. And we're here to teach you, you know, from your chakras. Kim is doing a good job with the chakras. Learn from that, because, again, from the South American shamanic to Southwestern shamanic, where I'm from, the 7 directions, you know, the 7 chakras, 7 direction in the medicine wheel. You know, you got your 7 directions, which is north, east, south, west, up, down, and the final direction is you, which is right in the middle. You can pivot any way you want and go any direction you want. But the direction that the people talk to you or the elders will tell you about is there are 2 paths to any direction you want to go. You can go the right way or the wrong way. Every decision you make is a path. You can either make the right decision or the wrong decision. The thing about it is that they also tell you it's never too late to change the path you're on. So, you know, with that, when you do your energy, you know, when you raise your motivation up, think about it positively again, because your throat chakra is the most powerful chakra that you can go into. And we'll talk about that in a minute. So, your motivation, get that motivation up. What motivates you? Find out what motivates you in this study. What motivates you to take this course? What is your motivation to complete this course? What do you want to learn from it? Again, what you're going to learn from it is how much practice or how much time you put into it. Not just, I'm going to give 10 minutes of it every day, every day, every day. Well, you can do that on a steady pace if you keep that schedule up. And because as you do it 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, next thing you know, your motivation will start opening up more and more and more. And you start going from 10 minutes to 20 minutes to 30 minutes to 40 minutes to an hour to 3 hours, however long it takes. It's just like meditation. I can meditate for 10 minutes right here. You'll still have the same effect. You know, the same effect. Well, you meditate for 10 minutes for a while. Next thing you know, you get to realize that the meditation, 10-minute meditation is not going to be enough. So you go add a little more time, till you add a little more time, till you add a little more. Next thing you know, you'll be meditating for 2 or 3 hours, to get the full benefit. And this is how, you got to find out what really motivates you. Once you figured out what motivates you, you can continue, because after your motivation, the thing that I like to think about is your motivation, and then comes your willpower. Your willpower is saying, I can do it. I can do it. Telling yourself, you can do it. 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 Sometimes willpower comes so sudden to where you can't do it. I saw my brother, one time. My dad was working under the car for something. And, back in the old days, we used to have those jacks that you put under a car and you jack it up. And that little thing, the little ball, whatever, is the one you're relying on to keep that car lifted while you go up underneath there. Well, my dad did that. And that little ball on the jack, the pump up jack, the hydraulic jack, slipped. And when it slipped, the car went on top of my dad. My brother was standing there, got so scared that he wanted to take my dad out, to where he grabbed a hold of that car, and he literally picked up that car, and my dad got out, and he put the car back down and not even hurt himself. My dad looked at him and says, "Man, son, you're strong. You're strong." And he can't. My brother could not remember how he did it, but it was just the point of when it happened. He didn't think about it. He just did it. And that's what willpower You convince yourself you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. And when it gets to that point of your willpower, you can do it. I know I went to a Sundance. Sundance is really where the men challenge their willpower. They dance. They can't have water. They can't have food. They just dance. Whether it's 24 hours, 48 hours, however long it takes for them to get their message or whatever they're dancing for, it will happen because they are getting to that realm. They said, when you first start out dancing, it's like I tell about people allowing your spirit to control the body. Your spirit is ready to do it, but your body's going to say, "Oh, we can't do this. We can't do this. We can't do this." But after a while, the more they dance, the more they sacrifice themselves, the spirit takes over. The spirit takes over the body, and the body will start going on and on and on without realizing that the spirit is in control. And when the spirit is in control, you know, you'll get your message. Plus, and once you get your message, you just don't stop. You slowly, gradually stop to allow your body to catch up with you. And I see that quite a bit at sun dances. And that really used to encourage me to see a lot of people go through that. Because again, like anything else, the men go through it because not because they have to, because they have a purpose behind it and they want to get that answer or that purpose to where they'll start. And when they start doing it, and when you start working on your energy, you got to get your purpose behind that energy to keep that energy fired up. Keep yourself fired up because when you keep your energy fired up, it becomes your life. You know, positive thinking, because when you start doing self empowerment into your daily activities, when I say self empowerment, means that when you start doing your mirror work, Neville Goddard says, do the mirror work. Look at yourself. I love myself. I love myself. I love myself. Look, get a mirror in front of you. Tell yourself you love yourself. You love yourself. You know, attitude of gratitude. You know, appreciate everything because we are all vibration. Like this table that I'm using on. This table once was a tree. It had a spirit. Everything alive has a spirit, you know. So attitude of gratitude. Thank you, tree. As within, so without. Your tree is creating oxygen for you to breathe. And when you breathe out carbon dioxide, the tree appreciates that because that's its food, that's its source. And you bringing in oxygen keeps you going. So attitude of gratitude. Thank you, tree. Thank you, tree. You know, thank you, chair, for keeping me comfortable. Thank you, bed, for making me having a restful night. All this in your energy has to be there. Attitude of gratitude, mirror work. You got to convince yourself you are worthwhile. You are worthwhile not only to the creator, but to mother, because you are their vessel. You are their connection. And when you make yourself worthwhile, you know, I've seen a lot of people, they, when they have real good positive energy, you can see it, you can sense it, you can feel it because they're not boastful. They're not, how would you say, they're not really showing off who they are. It's just by their actions, their actions. Be them people. Thank you. Thank you. It doesn't hurt to say thank you. You're welcome. You know, always think positive. Think positive for them. We get challenged in a lot of ways where we can think the other way, but Turn it around. Turn it around. And I always try to say, 3 right turns make a left. Huh? Let's reverse that. 3 left turns make it right. You know, it's keep things positive. I do my best, even though there are times when I, you know, get challenged and I may bite my tongue, but you know, when that happens, seek forgiveness. Ask that person if you did something to make it wrong, ask for forgiveness. Forgive me, and that way, not only do you feel better, but consciously you'll be a better person. Because when you start doing all this work in your energy is going to keep that fire going. Because when you get that fire going real good, it not only brings out your light, but it also brings out your energy, which is heat, like heat. And it also creates transformation. It transforms you to a better person. And being that better person, your energy is going to be all fired up to where people will see it. People will notice it. People will feel your energy. And you want to be that positive energy, even if it's within your group of social people, your family, or your community. You want to be that special energy, that fired up energy, you know, where they will know. As I close this with the energy, you know, again, when you do your songs, um, get your energy all fired up. And my next video on this class is going to be on a couple things, about raising your energy. And I'm going to try a new method. I haven't tried before, but I'm going to try it when I send you a videotape of raising your energy. Because I told you, I'm going to give you all not only a lesson, but a practice. So my next video is going to be on practice. And again, thank you for your time. I love you all. And again, have a wonderful day.